In this video, I'm going to give you a complete Upwork course from beginning to end. I'm going to teach you how to sign up for a new account, how to fill out all the necessary information, how to create a portfolio, and also how Upwork works in general, how you can find clients and do anything that you need to do on Upwork. So if you are new to Upwork or if you have an incomplete profile on Upwork, this video is for you. But before we get started, what do you need to have in order to start this entire process? The first thing that you need is you need a profile image, a profile picture that you can use. And then you need to choose a title even before we get started. I already choose a title that I'm going to use. I'm going to create a profile as a WordPress web designer. So you need to also choose a specific title that you are going to use for yourself. You know, the title will represent the services that you are offering. If you are a virtual assistant, then your title can be a virtual assistant. If you are a data entry virtual assistant, your title can be a data entry virtual assistant. If you are a technical virtual assistant, your title can be tech virtual assistant. If you are doing graphic design, your title can be graphic designer. So you need to choose a title that you are going to use, and the title should reflect the service that you are going to start offering on Upwork. Okay, next thing, obviously we are going to need an email account, and then we are going to need a phone number in order to verify our account. We are also going to need some form of identification to verify our account. Okay, those are all the things that we need, and if you have all of this, then we can get started. And I'm sure you have all of this. You have a profile picture, you have an email account. If you don't have an email account, it will take you like a minute to create a new email account. You need a government approved ID card. Any type of government approved ID card is going to work, and you have a phone number. So these are all we need in order to get started. And without any more delay, I will jump to my computer and we can get started. Okay, the first step is we are going to go to upwork.com. Okay, when we are on Upwork homepage, we click sign up in order to create a new account. We are a freelancer, we are looking for a job, so we choose this one and apply as a freelancer. This is where we are going to fill out all the details that they are going to need from us. First is first name, last name, email I'm going to use. So we are going to choose a password. Country, we choose Nigeria. You make sure you choose the correct country. You choose a country that you are currently living in. Because if you choose a wrong country, then there is a very good chance they are not going to approve your account. Okay, this is optional. I'm just going to turn it off, and this is a must, and create my account. Okay, account is created. Now I need to verify my email account in order to move forward, and they will send an email to the email address that I provided. I just need to check my email inbox and verify my account. Okay, this is the email. I just click verify email. I can close the other tab. Okay. So this is a process that will help us set our information right. We can just click get started in order to start. This depends on you, but I'm guessing you are brand new, so I'm going to choose brand new and click next. What is your biggest goal for freelancing? This doesn't really matter much in my opinion, but make sure you just choose everything. Don't skip anything, please. And my main income, yeah, let's choose that and go to next. How will you like to work? I suggest you choose I would like to find opportunities myself, because creating packages doesn't really work that much, especially for beginners. So you can choose this one, and I am open to contract to hire opportunities. Then we'll go to next, create profile. How would you like to tell us about yourself? You can import from LinkedIn or upload a resume, but I think the most effective one is to just fill out manually. This is where you will add your title, professional role, the title that we talk about. I'm going to set up this profile as a WordPress web designer. I'm going to write it here. Okay, if you are a virtual assistant, you write it down here. If you are a graphic designer, if you are a content writer, whatever you do, this should be your title that will reflect the service that you are going to start offering. We click next. Relevant work experience, and this is where you can add some work experience. If you have ever done any work, if you ever have a full-time or part-time job, you can add it right here. When you click add experience, you add your title, that is your title, the title you hold at the job. One thing to keep in mind is this step is important to add if you have work experience. If you don't have any previous experience, you can simply skip this step. It's nice to have if you have previous work experience, but if you don't have any previous work experience, don't get stuck here. Simply skip this step. Here we are going to add a description. Click save. If we have another work experience, we can add it right here, but I'm going to go to the next step. This is where we can add our educational history, educational background. Okay, this step is also nice to add an educational history, but client doesn't really care about your educational background. So it's nice to add, but client only care about what you can do for them. So it doesn't really matter that much. You can add your educational background or you can simply skip it. Okay, I'm going to add something right here. Okay, you can add as many educational background as you want, but I'm going to leave one and go to next. This is where you will choose the languages you speak. Okay, English is first, so I'm going to choose fluent, and yeah, I'm going to just leave it here and go to next. Skills. So this is where you add the skills that you have or the skills that you are willing to start offering to client. I am setting this profile up as a WordPress web designer, so the skills I add are going to be WordPress theme. These are suggestions. You will generally find suggestions based on the title that you add in the previous step. So you can just simply choose from here, or you can start typing and a skill will come up. When you start typing, this drop down list is going to appear, so you can choose all the things that you are offering to client. Okay, I'm going to leave it like this, but remember you can add up to 15 skills, so you can utilize this section to add at least up to 15 skills so that you'll increase your visibility. Okay, we'll go to next. So this is where you write your about information, and they give you an example right here. This is an example of another developer. So you write a clear and short description that will match the service that you are offering to client. Okay, I'm going to show you how you can write your description and how you can optimize your description to make it better. First, I'm going to write something at the top of my head. Okay, this is a short description that came at the top of my head, and what we can do is, this is the best way to do it really. You just sit down and write your description. You can take inspiration from other freelancers. For example, you can go to Upwork in another tab and find other freelancers who are offering the same service that you are going to start offering, and then you see how they write their description, and you can take inspiration from them, not just copy them, and write your description. Okay, after you finish writing, there are two things that you should do. First is you should proofread. You should proofread and make sure there are no grammatical error in your description. You can use a software like Grammarly. Grammarly is free to use. You can go to Grammarly at grammarly.com, I think. and you can easily copy your description and paste it in Grammarly, and if there are any grammatical error, Grammarly is going to fix it for you. But I am not going to use Grammarly. The other way is to use ChatGPT, and I'm going to ChatGPT. Okay, I'm going to copy the description that I already wrote. You can use a prompt like this. Okay, the prompt says, make this text better in a simple tone and easy to understand. It will automatically proofread and rewrite the text for you. It will rewrite a better version of the text in a simple tone and easy to understand. I use this prompt, simple tone and easy to understand, so that to prevent ChatGPT from using some unnecessary fancy words. Okay, we just paste the description that we wrote and click enter. Okay, this is what ChatGPT wrote for us. What we can do is we can just read and see if it is better than the one we wrote. We can copy it. If we want to make some adjustment, we can write another prompt here so that ChatGPT can make some adjustment, or we can copy it and make adjustment ourselves. In this case, I am going to copy it. I come back here, delete the one I wrote and paste. I just need to read again and make sure ChatGPT did not mess anything up. Okay, this looks great. We can just go to the next step. This is where we will choose the main services that we are offering. And I am really offering WordPress web design, so I'm just going to choose web design. Okay, I just choose one and go to next. This is where I am going to set my rate. How much will I charge clients? And for the sake of test, hourly rate, I'm going to choose 10. This means I am going to charge $10 per hour if I am working in an hourly basis with client. You can see this service fee simply means what Upwork will take out of your payment. This is 10%. So if a client pay you $100, Upwork is going to take $10 and give you 90. Okay, we'll go to next. And this is where we will add our profile picture. I'm going to upload. We choose our date of birth. Okay, it's important to choose a correct date of birth, because when you want to verify your account, you are going to upload an identification, maybe a driver's license, national identification card, and they are going to compare all the information you provide with the information on your identification card. So if the information didn't match, they might not verify your account. So I chose this wrong date of birth as a test, and we can just move on. Address, this is also important. It's important to add your correct address for the sake of even adding your banking details. So make sure you choose the correct address. Okay, this is where you add a phone number to verify your account. Okay, this is a review of all the information you provided to Upwork. If you want to make any change, you just click this pencil icon and you make a change to any section that you want to make changes. Okay, when you finish reviewing the information and everything is correct, you just click submit profile. Profile is ready. We click view my profile. Okay, this is our brand new Upwork profile. This is all the information that we added. Our employment history, other experience doesn't matter, certification doesn't matter, request a testimonial. This means if you have a client somewhere else, you can request a testimonial from the client and they can provide a testimonial and it will appear here. You can link your GitHub or Stack Overflow account if you have. Project catalog, this is where you create packages similar to Fiverr, and that doesn't really work on Upwork as much, so it might be a waste of your time. You can just skip it. This is where we can add our portfolio items. Remember, a portfolio is a sample of your work. This is where we add it. A portfolio is really what will entice your potential client to even contact you, especially if you are a beginner. If you are a graphic designer, maybe you create some sample graphics, very good and enticing graphics, you add it right here, so that if someone is looking for a graphic designer, when they see the type of graphics that you create, they will be interested and they will feel that yes, they need what you can do for them. Because Upwork, freelancer, whatever it is, if it is freelancing, it entirely depends on your capability, what you can do for client. That's why I said your educational background and your employment history doesn't matter very much, because clients only care about what you can do for them. That is why adding a portfolio item is very important. I am creating this profile as a WordPress web designer, so I am going to add some samples. And I know the question that everyone asks is, I am a beginner, I haven't done any work for client, how can I have sample? You just create the project as if a client hire you to do it for them, and you add it as your portfolio. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add a project. We can add a description and the skills to deliver this. In the skills, I'm just going to choose Elementor because I used Elementor Page Builder, build these websites. You can add as many skills needed to create this page as possible, and when it finishes, we can this is just a thumbnail what will be visible in the portfolio. So I choose the top section and click publish. Okay, our portfolio has been added. So this is how you add portfolio items to your profile. You see, I add one right here. If I want to add another one, I just click this plus icon, and I will be able to add as many portfolios as I want. And just remember, you can add a portfolio for everything. If you are a content writer, you can add a Word document as your portfolio or a PDF. If you are a graphic designer, even better, you can add your graphics here as a part of your portfolio. Okay, we go to the next step. Skills, we can make any changes if we want to. And in this sidebar right here, this is where we have availability badge, boost your profile. This doesn't really matter, it's just you pay Upwork to make your profile have a badge that say available, or boost your profile to advertise your profile to client. And video introduction, you can record a video introduction and add it right here. This is very nice to do, but it will be hard for most people, so you can just ignore it. I personally never add any video introduction to my profile. Hours per week, this means hours that you are available per week. By default, it says I'm available up to 30 hours per week, and I'm going to leave it. This doesn't really matter that much also. And English, my languages, you can add as many languages. Verification, this is where you add a verification and a government verification, government approved identification, something like driver's license or any identification that you have. But for the sake of privacy, I'm just going to add one right here publicly. Okay, if you have any education history, you can add it also. And I think this is all the information that you need up front. We can just come back to the homepage of Upwork and take a look. So you can see our profile is at 75% complete. So what do we need to do in order to complete our profile? Okay, we need to add more work sample, video introduction, certification. So all you need to do really is, if you add more work sample, you will have 20% more. in your completion rate. So if you add 20% to 75%, that will make like 95%, right? If you add another portfolio item, you'll have like 15. So you see you already meet your 100%. So you just review this and see what you can add to reach 100%. You go ahead, add it, and you will have a 100% completed profile. Okay, you don't need to really worry about this for now, because they just want you to add a VAT number, a tax value added tax number, so that they will not be charging you 30% for VAT. If you didn't add this, there is a chance that they will charge you 30% of tax, but if you add, they will charge you like, I don't remember the exact percentage, but it's very little. So you don't need to worry about this right now. But when you are ready to add this, when you earn some money, then you can go through adding this section. But when you didn't add anything, we can just skip this. This is where we will see some information. Availability badge, boost your profile. Don't worry about this. This is the most important right now. Connect. You see, as soon as we create our new profile, Upwork gave us 50 pre-connect. And connect is what you use to apply for jobs on Upwork. Some jobs will require 8 connect, some jobs require 16 connect, some jobs even more. And when this 50 pre-connect is exhausted, you have to buy connect. Right here, click buy connect, and you will be able to buy more connect to apply for more jobs. But our goal is to find our first client with this 50 pre-connect, so that we will be able to buy connect, not out of our pocket. Okay, our profile is completed and we have our pre-connect to start applying for jobs. What is the next step? The next step is go to find work right here, or we can do a search here. We are looking for a WordPress related project, right? And whatever you do, if you are looking for data entry jobs, then you search for data entry keyword. But I'm looking for a WordPress related work, so I'm going to search for WordPress design. Okay, these are all the jobs that client posted. People who are looking for a WordPress related project, these are all the jobs that are WordPress related. So what you should do is, I'm going to give you a little tip. Before you even start opening of jobs, you should come to this sidebar right here and first choose entry level. Because we are complete beginners with no reviews, no nothing, we shall choose entry level so that we see only project that the clients specify that they are looking for an entry level freelancer, so that we have a higher chance of getting the project. Because if we choose intermediate or expert, we will be competing with intermediate and expert freelancers, and the client is also not looking for a beginner, so it will be harder for us to find work. And we can come right here, hourly rate, we don't need to worry about this. And this is also nice way to find client. You choose less than 5. When you choose less than 5 under number of proposals, any job that appear here will have less than 5 proposals, meaning less than 5 freelancers apply to the job already. So you see, if you apply for a job that less than 5 freelancers already applies to, you have a higher chance of getting viewed by the client, and so you have a higher chance of getting hired. But just to increase the number a little bit, we will choose also 5 to 10. When we choose these two, any job that appear here, the freelancers that apply for a job are less than 10, so the competition is not extreme. And one important thing that I do is you choose payment verified. When you choose payment verified, all the jobs that appear here, the client already verified their payment method. So this is a good indication that they are ready to hire. They are just not trying to waste freelancers' time. Okay, those are all the filters that I add. The next thing is go through the jobs and find the one that you are interested in. I need a WordPress website for my store. Okay, let's open this one up. What you shall do next is to go through all the description and check all the requirements and make sure you meet the requirement first. Make sure you can do the job. When you know you can do the job, then you scroll down to the bottom you see proposals 5 to 10, less than 5 proposals, less than 10 proposals, sorry. And if the client has any specific extra requirement, you will find the requirement here. You see they are looking for an entry-level freelancer. They are willing to pay $160 for the project. And if they are looking for a freelancer who speaks specific languages, you will see it here. If they are looking for a freelancer in a specific country, you will also see it here. So you make sure you check and you meet all the requirements. And if you meet all the requirements, you are interested in the job, you click apply now. Okay, they prompt us to verify our identity, and you can simply verify your identity using a government approved identification card. I am not going to do this, but you can just click verify identity. For the sake of privacy, I'm not going to upload my identification here, and because I already have another account that I verified, I cannot use my own identification to verify this account, so I'm just going to skip this. This is the job description that we already read. Terms, bid, you set your bid because the client already specified that they are paying 160 is fixed. And we come down here, and this is where we write our proposal, meaning our cover letter. And I cannot write right now because I did not verify my account, but after you verify your account, this space is where you will write your cover letter. So what you should do is go ahead and verify your identity right now. When you verify your identity, then you can write your cover letter. And your cover letter, meaning your proposal, is one of the most important things because it is your first line of communication between you and your potential client. So your proposal is what will even interest your potential client to check out your profile. And if they like your profile, then they can send you a message. So if you have a right proposal, then you have a higher chance of hearing back from your potential client. And next, you can watch this video to learn how I personally write virtual assistant and freelancer proposal, and I will also give you a template that you can simply copy and paste and make a few changes, and you start applying for jobs. If you find this video helpful, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. I will see you in the next one.